Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dennis and welcome back to 1 Year 365. And today this is episode 321. And what is identical with 321? Yes, usually it's a countdown for something, right? And at the end of it, you will say something like go or something like that, right? So it's a three, two, and then one, and then just go, right? So, yeah, it's a countdown to something that will trigger something else. And today we'll actually talk about that. So, what is that gonna be? So I've been having like some quite of a problem that, I need that go moment or go factor when I want to do something. And yeah, it's basically like kind of procrastination kind of stuff, like when you want to do something but you're not doing it, because there's not really any thing that drives you to do it, right? There's no countdown, there's nothing that makes you do it, which is kind of bad, right? So, like, I guess that is also the problem with the procrastinator as well. Like being me myself, for example, like most of the time, like many times, I'm not gonna do something unless I really need to do it, unless this happens, like a countdown to something, if by one after one I'm not doing it, then something bad will happen, for instance, which is kind of bad if you ask me, because then those behavior, which means that you have to always rely on something, and not from yourself that is willingly self willing to do it. So yeah, it's kind of rough for me, and I feel like however, I'm trying to like, well, I don't know, like what is it, like train myself to not always rely on time, for instance, like the countdown usually it's because of time, right? Like for example, if you're not doing homework today, you can do it tomorrow, but keep in mind that the homework will eventually have the due date, which is like maybe, for example, 3 days from now. So if you don't do this, you better do it tomorrow. If you don't do it tomorrow, like really, then you will not have any more time, because the next day it's due. So yeah, it's 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 a bad thing. And for the longest, like back in my university, it's been it's been very negative for me. It had given lots of negativity, during my university era. And yeah, maybe that is also the reason why I didn't graduate early, and I had to take 1.5 extra time, which is kind of insane if you ask me, because sometimes here in my country, usually you have 4 years for getting your bachelor's degree. You know, it's like the bachelor's degree. Like there's 4 years basically, your life, your time span. But this is normal. Like literally, this is normal if you're not smart, if you're not stupid. I feel like 4 years is kind of normal. And what I had to do there, I had to take extra time, and eventually it would take me 5.5 years. I am supposed to graduate on 2019, but somehow I graduated 2021. So yeah, that is an extra 1.5 years, and that is a lot of money if you ask me. Um, like that is extra 3 semesters, and one semester I think I need to pay like let's see here, 4,000, I believe. 4,000, is it 4,000 or 400? 4,000 times, no, not 4,000, 400, I believe. 400 times 1,000, that is 400,000, times 1.5, no, times 0, uh 4 million times 1.5, yeah, okay, 400, I believe, I believe so. Wait, you know what? Let's let's do the math properly here. 400 times 15,000. Um, 5 times 15 times 4, that is 60. 60,000 6 yeah, it's actually 400 dollars, which is I know it's not surprising for you. Probably it's cheap, but for me it's, for our people that is a lot of money. So that is times three, that is like literally 1,200. That is a lot of money that you can use for something else. And yeah, it kind of sucks, that I had to do that just because I didn't do everything on time. And yeah, like I guess we can start from the beginning. I guess from the second, I think from the second semester, where yeah, second semester. I think it was when I took an extra class, which is about economy, and then I didn't do all of the, like final project, and yeah, I didn't study as well, and I think this time I got D, like literally I got D. Is it D or E even? No, I don't think it's E. I think it's D. Like literally, I got D. It's kind of insane. There's A, B, C, D, and then F. No, E actually. There's no F. There's E. E is basically you don't pass at all. D, you pass, but that is like with embarrassment. Like you pass, but you're stupid, but you still pass. But you're very stupid. So yeah, it's like that. Which obviously I have to retake, and I retake that at the final semester, I believe. When did I do this? Huh? I think I did this one in semester 8 or 9 even. No, I think not 9. 9 is when. Wait, no, it's probably 9 actually. I think it's 9. Yeah, I think it's 9. I retake, and I think at the end of it, I think I got like B, I think, or BC or C even. I don't know. I actually don't remember at all. But yeah, so it started with this. I procrastinate things, and then at the end of it, I didn't actually finish it, and also didn't study because I didn't study for the exam because I just kept thinking that it's just fine, it's tomorrow until the actual day, like few hours before that. I even just like whatever, and then I will do it later. And yeah, I studied that, I think, like few minutes before the exam actually started, and I got overwhelmed the fact that there's a lot of things that I had to memorize. Like there's a lot of calculation, there's a lot of math, like counting inflation and stuff like that. I counting interest. I didn't know anything at all about that, and I got overwhelmed. And yeah, that's why I got D. If anything, I probably should have got E, but I don't know. But yeah, I guess. I mean, I also got some things right, like things that are common sense. Using common sense. I think those were like easy, but overall, I failed. I got D. Again, it's that I passed, but I'm stupid. So yeah, it's just that. It's kind of embarrassment, and it's also semester two. And then after that, well, obviously I had to tell my parents, right? And well, I kid you not, I'm Asian. My parents Asian, and we all know what happened if an Asian kid showed bad grade for their Asian parents. Like they're enraged. Like I got what is it called again? Like what is it again? What is the call? Like someone being mad at you. What is that? I forgot what the verb is called. Like they're being mad at me, and yeah, it's like the entire summertime. The entire summertime. My mom was not very happy. Like she always had her reasons to to yell at me because yeah, I'm such a disappointment, I guess. But yeah, it's like I mean, that's just the first year, right? Like also the fact that I studied in university that is far away from my home. I know 40 miles is probably 50 miles is probably not that long of distance, but it is actually already a different type of people. Like I find, I find I belong to a different group or type of people already, and the fact that my university is kind of famous, so there's a lot of people from many places that actually joins in, and yeah, that means that yeah, it's just like cultural explosion. People from different backgrounds, they gather around in the same location, and yeah, I think I got lost there. Like I got lost in the purpose of what I'm doing, and I did something else. I just forgot that the fact that my goal when studying university is to pass university, to graduate on time, and I forgot about that goal, and I start doing side quests and stuff like that. And yeah, I forgot about my main quest, and also because of procrastination as well, it's very bad. And then in the third semester or second year, I think second year, I'm doing better. Like so if you can put it on the graph like this, first semester is like over here, I guess. Like I started with something, right? And then second semester it's like literally dropping like this, and then semester third or three, I start to rise up. I guess rise up until eventually in semester five, I think in 2017, like the third year, I thought that that's like I'm doing better, but I'm blinded by the fact that I'm too high, not high, but more like I'm I forgot my actual purpose of that. Yeah. So this is I'm going up is because I start to, like learn things, not procrastinate things, although I still do, with my lab research stuff. I needed to make report, and I didn't actually make the report until like last day or last 2 days, which is kind of insane if you ask me. And then yeah, until this over here, and after that, what happened? I already mentioned. It starts to fall like 2018, and then 2019 is like shoot, like literally at the base. Like if there's any base here, that is it. And yeah, and then 2020 starts to go up again during the pandemic. I think I start to realize that I feel like I need to do my stuff. I need to do things. Yeah, 2020 is like the comeback of myself, I guess, from the deepest hole in my life. So yeah, I think probably 2020 is the best year in my opinion, because it's like the comeback of myself. And yeah, still though, I still do procrastination. Like there's the final assignment where I need to when I need to submit, but I just don't do it until my partner like became very angry for me, like yeah, because I was also not in a great condition as well, because I was alone, I was miserable, especially after things that happened in 2019. I just try to gather myself, but I'm still low. Basically, I'm still like mentally low, and yeah, and then there's the pressure of the assignment as well, and I didn't do it properly. And yeah, there's also some miscommunication here and there, because we need to do stuff offline, I mean online, and we all know, right? Like um, if we just do things online, or things like if we have meeting or something, there's bigger chance that we will have some disagreement, or not disagreement, but more like miscommunication. Like I meant to say this, the other person took it the other thing, and we had different thinking, different thought, and that is bad, because especially when project, like for instance this one final assignment, we we if we use something different as our like a base thinking, then it will be very bad in the end, because like it's like this. For example, if we're supposed to go there, but we start over here, but we all see it in different direction. We are going towards this side, but I go over here, but the other person goes over here. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen is that over time, the gaps over here it will begin to be seen, and yeah, at first it doesn't really seem that big, but as time goes on, it starts showing, right? There is something way different over here, and that was also the problem with my final assignment as well. There are some misunderstandings, so we had to redo things, to calibrate things, so that we are on the same page over here. So yeah, that is a challenge as well. With also obviously like procrastination, like if it's like weekend, I'm not doing it. Although not that should never be the case. Like I feel like we can, especially when you're university student. I feel like you still have to think about your main thing as well, which is your final assignment. Like I feel like you should think about that at all times, in my opinion. Especially like during weekdays, but the weekend, I mean, I don't say that you shouldn't take some rest, but more like you should think, basically, like still consider that, like what should I do, like for instance in Monday, and Tuesday. So basically like making plans, like what you're going to do for the entire for the next weekday. So yeah, it's very interesting. um but yeah, anyway, that is all about procrastination. I feel like that 3-2-1, the 3-2-1. I feel like it's very important, because if there's no 3-2-1, you just say go. It's very difficult, like go, like go without any countdown, or without anything that you are relying on. I feel like it's gonna be very difficult. And yeah, if you don't have this, most likely you will procrastinate things. And yeah, and that's what happened with me. The this though, what is the easiest example of this is just a countdown, like due date, for instance. Like you need to do something before day X, and it's like t minus 3, t minus 2, t minus 1, etc. That is like literally the countdown. So yeah, once you're at 1, you will realize that you have to do it. If you don't, then you will mess up, and yeah, you don't want to mess up, therefore you eventually had to do what you had to do. So yeah, but anyway, um, that is it for this one. It's about, I guess, countdown, 3, 2, 1, and go. I guess. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Really. Whenever you can. Do not ever think. I think like this also it also works for me as well. I'm trying to give myself a suggestion, I guess, and also you guys, like if you think about something, just do it. Or at least if you think about something, make a note out of it, like I always did, like I always do. Like um, if you suddenly think about something, like if you think about something, um, just write it down. Just write it down, like with your pencil, for instance, or pen or something. Just write this down. Or if you like using phone, just to type it out. That also works, I guess. But I really like pen and paper. It's like classic pen and paper. Yeah, just write things out. That yeah, so that I don't forget about it. Also, forget is a big factor as well. Like sometimes when you procrastinate things, there's a chance that you will forget you need to do that. So yeah, to prevent that, just write it down, I guess. That actually I do all the time, especially with the things with the channel. Actually, like if I have some ideas, I will always write that down. But yeah, but anyway, I don't know this one. It says like spreading awareness, I guess, that I should not procrastinate things. And yeah, because it's just gonna be very bad at the end if you're keeping your habits like that. If I'm keeping habits like that as well. So yeah, but anyway, I think that we were this one. I wish you enjoy it. That's healthy. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. tomorrow we will continue with the solar system thing. Yesterday we did the first part, I believe. So yeah, we still have nine more, and yeah, that will be it for this one. But until then, see ya.